We'll get started. So, uh, the graph of a system of linear equation and a nonlinear equation is shown. What is the solution xy to the system? As you can see here, the two functions intersect when x is equal to 4 and y is equal to 5. So C is the correct answer. Okay. On the first day of a semester, a Phil club has made 90 members. Each day after the first day of the semester, 10 new members join the film club. If no members leave the film club, how many total members will the film club have 4 days after the first day of the semester? So initially we had 90 members. Then each day, 10 new members join. And this is equal to this. We need to find this, but we know that T is 4. So so it's going to be 90 plus 40, which is equal to 130. So B is the correct answer. Question 3, the graph of a linear function f is shown where y is equal to fx. What is the y-intercept graph f? When x is equal to 0, y is equal to 8. So 0, comma 8, D is the correct answer. Again, what is the solution r, comma s to the given system of equations? A and D are eliminated because we're given R as 3. And all we got to do is do S plus 7 times 3, which is equal to 27. S is equal to 6. So 3 comma 6 is our answer. So B. Which of the following is the best description of a function? As the x increases, the y increases. So A and C are eliminated. Um, if you notice that for every 1 unit increase of x, y increases by 1. So it's an increasing linear. So B as in boy is correct. The graph of a system of linear equations is shown. The solution to the system is xy. What is the value of x? Since at 4 comma 1, the two lines intersect, so 4 is the correct answer. What is the range of the seven scores shown? Range is maximum minus minimum. So 52 minus 23 is equal to 29. And question 8, in the figure, line M is parallel to line N, and line K intersects both lines. Which of the following statements is true? X is equal to 145 here because these two lines are parallel. So the value of x is equal to 145. So C as in cat is the correct answer. The equation x plus y is equal to 1440 represents the number of minutes of daylight between sunrise and sunset. X and the number of minutes of non-daylight lie on a particular day in Oak Park, Illinois. If this day has 670 minutes of daylight, how many minutes of non-daylight does it have? This is easy. It's just 670 plus x is equal to 1440. X is equal to 770. So B as in boy. Okay, question 10. Scott selected 20 employees at a random from all 400 employees at a company. He found that 16 of the employees in this sample are enrolled in exactly 3 professional development courses this year. Based on Scott's finding, which of the following is the best estimate of the number of employees at the company who are enrolled in exactly 3 professional development courses this year? So all I gotta do is do 16 over 20 times 400, which is equal to 320. So B as in boy is the correct answer. Okay. If 4x minus 20 is equal to minus 24, what's the value of x minus 7? I can factor the 4 out in front here, and it becomes like this. And divide 4 both sides, we get x minus 7 is equal to minus 6. So C as in cat is the correct answer. If a snowstorm in a certain town, the minimum rate of snowfall recorded was 0.6 inches per hour. So this is the minimum. And the maximum rate of the snowfall was recorded 1.8 inches per hour. Which of the inequalities is true? D is the correct answer. Solution to the given equation, a system of equations is xy, where x is greater than 0. What is the value of x? Set these two equal to each other. So we got x squared minus 12 is equal to 4x. Bring this guy to the left, and we have x squared minus 4x minus 12 is equal to 0. X minus 6 and 2. Since we're looking for the positive value of x, 6 is the correct answer choice here. Okay. 14. A store sells two different size containers of blueberries. The store sales of these blueberries totaled $896.86 last month. The equation 4.51x plus 6.07 y is equal to 896.86 represents the situation where x is the number of small containers sold, and y is the number of large containers sold. According to this equation, what is the price in dollars of each small container? Since x is the small number container, we know that 4.51 is the correct answer here. A right circular cylinder has a base diameter of 22 centimeters and a height of 6 centimeters. What is the volume in cubic centimeters of the cylinder? So we know that the volume is pi r squared times h, and we can rewrite this as pi of diameter over 2 squared times h. We know that the diameter is 22, so 22 divided by 2 is 11. Square that times height. This is equal to 726 pi. So C is the correct answer. Okay, the graph of rational function f is shown where y is equal to fx and x is greater than or equal to 0. Which of the following is the graph of y equals fx plus 5? Or we're shifting 5 units up the y-axis. So if you look at the graph here, D shows that the graph f of x has been shifted upwards by 5 units. In a particular track, at a particular track meet, the ratio of coaches to athletes is 1 to 26. If there are X coaches at the track meet, which of the following expression represents the number of athletes at the track meet? So this is a ratio problem, 1 to 26. This is equal to X to A, or A as the number of athletes. So 26X is equal to A. So B is correct. Fan uses fabric measuring 5 hours in length to make each suit for a men's choir. The relationship between the number of suits that Carolina makes X and the total length of fabric she purchased Y in yards is represented by the equation y minus 5x is equal to 6. What is the best interpretation of 6 in this context? So if I rearrange this, it's a little tricky here. I could write this like this. Um, it's not a total. We're comparing between y and this 5x here. So this 6 is 6 more units. So A is wrong because no, she did not make 6 units. She did not purchase the total of 6 yards. She did not use a total of 6 yards. This is D is the correct answer because it clearly states that Kaylani purchased 6 yards more fabric than she used to make the suit. So more is the keyword here. Okay. What is the value of tan 92 pi over 3? Just put this in your calculator and you will definitely get this. You could do this like mathematically, but since you know you're in a time crunch, just use your calculator. Put 10 on 9 pi over 3. Make sure this is in radians, and then for each answer choice, just see which one gives you the output for 1092 pi over 3, and yeah, that's how you do it. In the triangle shown, what is the value of cosine x? Um, Cosine is adjacent over hypotenuse, so it's 11 over 28 because 11 is adjacent and this is our hypotenuse. Okay, the function g is defined where g of x is equal to this, where t is a constant xy plane. What is the graph of y equals g of x passes through the point 24, 0. What is the value of g? A g of 0. So all I gotta do is I'm gonna go ahead and put 24 inside my function here. So we get 24, then we have 24 here. So we have 0 is equal to 38 t minus 24. So we can tell that t is equal to 24. I'll just rewrite here. I'll just put this 0 inside here instead of the x, and you'll get 14 times 24, which is equal to 336. Okay. The graph of the given equation is a circle in the xy plane. The point A, comma B lies on the circle. Which of the following is a possible value for A? We know that the center of the circle is -4, comma minus 19. Sorry, -4, comma minus 19. Oh, sorry, plus 19. Should be a plus here. So what you got to do is if we go in the x-axis, we can actually subtract or add 11 because if this is given as r squared is equal to 121. The radius is equal to 11. So I could either add my x direction or subtract 11 in the x direction. So we could either have that, which is -15, 7. And since A is the x coordinate, A could be somewhere between -15 and 7. So we know that C and D are immediately eliminated. A is also eliminated, so B -14 is indeed between -15 and 7, so B is the correct answer. The right rectangular prism has a height of 9 inches. The length of the prism's base is x inches, which is 7 inches more than the width of the prism's base, which function V gives the volume of the prism in cubic inches in terms of the length of the prism's base. So we know that the height is 9 inches. So I can pull this 9 in the front, and the length of the prism is x, so length is equal to x, which is 7 more than the width of the prism. So width is L minus 7. So first of all, we can tell that answer choice A and B are wrong. And between C and D, we need to make sure that the relationship between the length and the width. So if I put so length is going to be x and width is x minus 7. And all you got to do is multiply the 9 with x and then the x minus 7. So the correct answer choice here is D as in David. Okay, 24. Which of the following functions has a minimum value at -3? All of these are decreasing exponential function. So neither of them has a minimum value at -3. So D is the correct answer. D as in David. The result of increasing the quantity by 400% is 60. What is the value of x? So since we have the percentage and the word increase, I'm going to go ahead and add 1 to 400 divided by 100. And I want to multiply this by x is equal to 60. So 5x is equal to 60. X is equal to 12. So A is correct. The function f is defined by f of x is equal to ax squared plus bx plus c, where a, b, c are constants. The graph of y equals fx, and the xy plane passes through the points 7, 0 and -3, 0. If a is an integer greater than 1, which of the following could be the value of a plus b? So here is what we can do. I'm going to go ahead and plug these here. So we get 49a plus 7b. C is equal to 0. And we got 9a minus 3b. C is equal to 0. And I'm gonna go ahead and subtract this because I don't want this C here. So I'm gonna go ahead and write this out here. So 40a plus 10 to 0. 4a plus b is equal to 0. So since I could say that since a has to be greater than 1, we can go ahead and try like plugging some like values here. So I'm gonna pick probably like let's say a is 2 and a is 3. And this needs to be satisfied here in order to guess like what the value of a plus b can be. So I'll go ahead and check this case out first. So if a is equal to 2, b is equal to -8, because I'm using this guy over here. If a is equal to 3, b is equal to -12. And let's do one more. A is equal to 10. So b is equal to -40. And now let's add these two up. So if I add these two up, it becomes -6. 3 plus -12 becomes -9. 10 -40 becomes -30. And from the table, I can see that we don't, it's decreasing. The sum of A plus, so A plus B is decreasing as like we increase the value for A. So C and D are uh, immediately eliminated. And I see a -6 here. So A is the correct answer. The function g is defined by g of x equal to x, all of this. The value of g of 7 minus w is 0, where w is a constant. What is the sum of all possible values of w? So I'm going to go ahead and put this guy here. So we're going to get 7 minus w here, 5 minus w here, and then 13 minus w squared. All of this needs to equal to 0. So we know that if w is equal to 7, 5, or 13, then this is satisfied here. If you add all of this up, you get 25. So 25 is the correct answer for 27. And moving on. What is 20% of 440? All I gotta do is 20 divided by 100 times 40 and be 88. Argon is placed inside a container with a constant volume. The graph shows estimate pressure Y in pounds per square inch and psi of the argon when its temperature is X kelvins. What is the estimate pressure of the argon inside when the temperature is 600 kelvin? So over here, it's 12. So B as in boy is correct. Okay, the function f is defined by here. What is the value of 10? F of 10. Put this inside here. So you get 40 3, which is 37. So B is correct. Which expression is equivalent to this? I could divide 14 by 2 and also 16 by 2. So I can pull 2 out in the front. So C and D are immediately eliminated. Then I can put the XY's in the front. And we know that since I pulled this XY to the front, this has to be a 7 here. And this has to be 8x squared y. So for 4, B is the correct answer. Veterinarian recommends that each day a certain rabbit should eat 25 calories per pound of the rabbit's weight plus an additional 11 calories, which equation represents the situation where C is the total number of calories and the veterinarian recommends that rabbit should eat each day if the rabbit's weight is X pounds. All I gotta do is we have C here, 25 calories per pound. So 25x plus 11 here. So D as in David is the correct answer. If 6n is equal to 12, what is the value of n plus 4? Well, we know that n is equal to 2, and n, 2 plus 4 is 6. What is the solution to the given equation? So get rid of the -7s here. 30 or -30, just pick one of them, and that satisfies. Line R in the xy plane has a slope of 4 and passes through the point 0, 6. Which equation defines the line R? Okay, so since we have a slope of 4, A and B are eliminated. And what we gotta do is use this formula here. So we have y minus 6 is equal to 4x. And y is equal to 4x plus 6. So D as in David is correct. When a diver dives from a platform into the water, the graph shown gives height above the water y in meters of the diver x seconds after diving from the platform. What is the best interpretation of the x-intercept of the graph? So when y is equal to 0, a diver will hit the water at 1.6 seconds. So we can estimate that uh, at 1.6 seconds, like over here, diver will hit the water. So 9B is correct. Um, A is wrong because the diver does not reach the maximum height. Anything with maximum height is wrong here. And obviously D is wrong because this is not 0.2 seconds, it's 1.6. The kinetic energy in joules of an object with mass 9 kilograms traveling at speed of v meters per second is given by the function k, where k is equal to 9 over 2 kv squared. Which of the following is the best interpretation of k of 34 is equal to 5,202 in this context? So 34 is the speed. So obviously B, C, and D are immediately eliminated. So A is the correct answer choice here. Okay, let's go to 11. The scatter plot shows a relationship between two variables, x and y. A line of best fit for the data is shown. For how many of the 10 data points is the actual y value greater than the y value predicted by the line of best fit? So if we have a line of best fit here, all we gotta do is look at these, because the actual y value is greater than the predicted y value. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So C is correct. At a movie theater, there are a total of 350 customers. Each customer is located in either theater A, B, or C. If one of these customers is selected at random, the probability of selecting a customer who is located in theater A is 0.48. The probability of selecting a customer who is located in theater B is 0.24. How many customers are located in theater C? So probability is target over total. A over 350 is equal to 0.48. B over 350 is equal to 0.24. C over 350. We're looking for this guy here. All I gotta do is we can easily find for A and B, but we don't know the C here. And we all know that all of this adds up to 350. So what we'll do is, by solving for A and B, we get A is equal to 168, B is equal to 84. And if we put these into this part here, we get C. So C is equal to 98, because C is equal to 350 minus A minus B. So 350 minus 168 minus 84 is equal to 98. And that is why for 12, D is correct. D as in David. Okay, what is the slope of the graph of this function here in the xy plane? I'm going to go ahead and work this out. So the slope is 29 over 3 plus 5. And I can rewrite this as 29 over 3 plus 15 over 3, which is equal to 44 over 3. Okay. The length of each edge of a box is 29 inches. Each side of the box is in the shape of a square. The box does not have a lid. What is the exterior surface area in square inches of this box without a lid? So you might have learned that the surface area of a square is 6a squared, but if you read the problem here, it says the box does not have a lid. So we're assuming that this top is empty. So we have to subtract a squared. So this is 5a squared. And the length of a box is 29 inches. So 5 times 29 squared is equal to 4,205. So 4,205 is the correct answer. 5 Erin imbricata type of sea turtle each have a nest. The table shows an original data set of the number of eggs that each turtle laid in its nest. Fixed nest with 121 eggs is added to create a new data set. Which of the following correctly compares the means of the two data sets? So we're adding a small value here for the new data set. So obviously, since we're adding a small value, the mean of the new data set is going to be much less than the mean of the original data set. So in other words, we can say that the mean of original data set is greater than the mean of the new data set. So A is the correct answer. In RST, the measure of R is 63 degrees, which of the following could be the measure in degrees of S? So I'm going to go ahead and draw out this triangle here. So 63 T, and we have S and T here. So S plus T plus 63 is equal to 180. So we have a relation S plus T is equal to 117. Now, if I put 116 for my S, T is 1. So this makes sense because S and T are both greater than or equal or greater than 0, excuse me. And the reason why B is wrong is because if I put 118 plus T equals 116, T is going to be a negative degree, so that does not work out. Same for C and D. I'm going to get a negative number for T. So B, C, D are all wrong, and A as an apple is the correct answer. Which expression is equivalent to this? All I gotta do is subtract here. So I can know that A and C are immediately wrong. And what is A minus 2? This is 10. So B is correct. If 4 of the square root 2x is equal to 16 was about 6x, I'm going to divide 4 both sides. And I'm going to square both sides. So this becomes 16. How do I go from 2x to 6s? Just multiply by 3, both sides, and you get an answer of 48. So B is correct. Okay, for which of the following tables are all the values of x and their corresponding values of y solutions to the given equality? Let's go ahead and check by plugging in x and y together. So for A, 880, this is wrong. So immediately A is out. Oh, for this, I plug x is equal to 440 and y is equal to 0 into this relation here. Same here. B is also wrong. Now we're left between C and D. So 442 times 2 like this. I'm sorry. Is this greater than 883? Yes, it is, because 884 is greater than 883. Let's see if 440 times so 880 plus 882 is not greater than 83, so C is eliminated. So the correct answer choice here is D as in David. You can check this on your own, but yeah, for question 19, D is going to be correct. Okay, what is the solution to give us? What is the value of 30x? Okay, so all you gotta do is I want to get rid of this y. So I'll add this up. So we got 0 is equal to 15x minus 10. 15x is equal to 10. And how do I go from 15x to 30x? Just multiply by 2 both sides. So 20. 20 is the correct answer for here. A rectangle is inscribed in a circle. So I'm going to go ahead and draw this out here. Such that each vertex of the rectangle lies on the circumference of the circle. The diagonal of the rectangle is twice the length of the shortest side of the rectangle. The area of the rectangle is 1089 square units. What is the length in units of the diameter of the circle? I'm going to go ahead. And we know that this is the radius. And diameter is going to be D is equal to 2R. So in this case, 2x. And we need to figure out what's the length and the width are. So because uh, the area of the rectangle is 1089 square root 3, so I can write that as LW. And the diagonal of the rectangle is twice the length of the shortest side of the rectangle. So I could assume that if I have a diagonal here, so I'll just say diagonal here. So this is equal to the twice the length of the shortest side. So we can tell that this guy is the shortest side here, right? So D is equal to 2S. Okay. Now I need to solve for what this question mark is, because that will give me the length. So I can go ahead and apply the Pythagorean theorem. So question mark is equal to square root. It should be 2s squared minus s squared. And this becomes 4s squared minus s squared, which is equal to square root 3s. So my question mark is square root 3s. And we know this relationship here, right? So all I can do here is my length is square root 3s. My width, I'm sorry, not the, my width is square root 3s, and my length is s, and this is equal to 1084 square root 3. And I can go ahead and cancel out the square root 3, and my s square is 1084. S is equal to 33. So just a quick reminder of what the S is here. So S is this one. We have 2S, and we have a square root 3S. And since we're looking for the diameter, all we got to do is get 2S. So last but not least, 2S is equal to 2 times 33, which is 66. So 66 is the correct answer for 21. I'll write it here once more. Okay. Question 22. Rectangles A, B, C, D, and E, F, G, H are similar. The length of each side of E, F, G, H is 6 times the length of the corresponding side of A, B, C, D. The area of A, B, C, D is 54 square units. What is the area in square units of E, F, G, H? Let's go ahead and draw it out. So we have A, B, and EFGH is 6 times the length of the corresponding side of ABCD. So we'll go ahead as 6y, 6x, 6x, EFGH. And we know that the area of ABCD, so x times y is equal to 54. So EFGH is 6x times 6y, which is equal to 36xy. Since we know the relationship xy is 54, so 36 times 54. What's that equal to? It's equal to 1944. So B is correct. Okay, question 23. Which expression is equivalent to 42a over k plus 42ak, where k is greater than 0? All you got to do is keep this here. I'm going to multiply only this part by k over k. So we have a k in the denominator, so 42a over k plus 42a k squared over k. So I'm going to pull out, oopsies, pull out this k here. I'm going to pull out the 42a here. So this becomes 1 plus. And as you can see, D has the correct form. So yeah, D is correct. Our equation has no real solutions. Just make sure that this relation is satisfied. So let's go ahead and we can see that B is common. for all answer choice. So 14 squared or minus 14 squared, they're obviously going to give you the same input, same output. So this is 196. So 196 minus 4 times A times C, and we're gonna have to like figure out which value of A and C satisfies this. So what we can do is we're gonna have to like plug in this over here and whatever this value is. So all of this quadratic equation is in the form ax squared plus bx plus c. Okay. So for all you gotta do is you need to look for what's in front of the x squared and what's at the back here. Okay. I'll let you do that using your calculator, and answer choice D is correct because if I do 196 minus 4 times 5 times 49, this is equal to 196 minus 980, and this value is way below zero. So D is correct. The function P models the population in thousands of a certain city T years after 2003. According to the model, the population is predicted to increase by 4% every n months. What is the value of n? Okay, so exponential functions are modeled like this. And I'm going to say that T, I want to convert in this form here. So like I don't want any like coefficient in front of the T. So what I can do here is I can try like rewriting as y is equal to 260 times T over n, and T over n is equal to 6 over 4 T. I'm going to cancel out the T's, and we get 1 over n is equal to 6 over 4. Flip it over, and we get n equals 4 over 6, which is also equal to 2 over 3. And it says every n months. This here is in years, so I need to convert from years to month. So 2 over 3 years. So 1 year, we have 12 months. So 4 times, I get 12. What's 2 over 3 times 12? That is 8. So 8 is the correct answer. So apple as an A. Circle in the XY plane as its center at -1, 1. Line T is tangent to the circle at 0.5, -4. Which of the following points also lies on line T? So I can write the circle equation here is equal to r squared. I'm going to go ahead and calculate the r by plugging 5, -4 here. So 36 plus 25 is equal to r squared. So r squared is equal to 61. R is equal to square root of 61. So I'm going to go ahead and actually draw the circle out here. And I draw the circle over here. Um, we know that the radius is like this. So r is equal to square root of 61. And its tangent. So the line T is tangent, right? Something like this is a line T. So since we know the 2 points here, uh, this is 5 comma minus 4 here. I can go ahead and calculate the slope of this like line that's going straight downwards. So I'm trying to calculate the slope of this line S here. I have my 2 points, 5 comma minus 4 and minus 1 comma 1. So I'll go ahead and calculate the slope. So it's going to be ms is equal to minus 4 minus 1 divided by 5. And what is the slope relationship between lines S and T? Since they're perpendicular to each other, we also need to know this relation, right? M1, M2 is equal to minus 1. So if I minus 5 over 6 here, M2 is equal to minus 1. We know that M2 is equal to 6 over 5. And we need to uh, we need to graph this function out here. So I'm going to just pick 5 comma minus 4 here. And we know that, sorry, I'm running out of space. We know that, so I'm going to go and so y plus 4 is equal. So basically, we need to check for which point satisfies this here. And let's go ahead. So go ahead and plug each one of this answer choice here in to I'll bring this up here. So for each A, B, and C, D, check which answer choice satisfies this relationship here. For C, so if I pick 10 as my X and 2 as Y, 6 over 5 times 10 That's 12. 12 minus 10 is 2. So C is the correct answer choice here. C as in cat. Okay, 27. Last question. For an electric field passing through a flat surface perpendicular to it, the electric flux of the electric field through the surface is the product of the electric field strength and the area of the surface. A certain flat surface consists of two adjacent squares where the side length in meters of the large square is three times the side length in meters of the small square. An electric field with strength 29.00 volts per meter passes uniformly through the surface which is perpendicular to the electric field. If the total electric flux of the electric field through the surface is 4,640 volts meters, what is the electric flux in volts meters of the electric field through the large square? Okay. Uh, don't worry. I don't think the SAT will ask you this kind of challenging problem here. Um, for those of you who have taken AP Physics C, electricity and magnetism, you'll be able to solve this immediately, but assuming um, there are students who have not taken AP Physics C, electricity and magnetism, I'll break this word problem down visually. So what this question is saying is that if you have like two square here, two squares here, I'm sorry. Let's say I have A and the other one is three times its length, so 3A. I have a uniform electric field E going through these surfaces. Okay. And you're definitely not going to have to know this formula here, but the reason why the question says like the total electric flux of the electric field through the surface is 4,640 volts meters. So this unit volts meters is because of the formula phi is equal to A dot dA. This is known as the Gauss's law. Like I said, I don't really think SAT is going to ask you this kind of question, but anyways, I'll explain why eh, and how you can get the answer. So we have like two of this here, and we have a uniform electric field here. So we're gonna have to add up the fluxes. So we have phi is equal to phi small plus phi large, and this is equal to EA small, EA large. A is area, so what's the area of the small square? It's EA squared. The large one is 3A and all of that squared. So this is equal to 10A squared E. And we're given an electric field of 29 volts per meter. So the E is 29. So I can rewrite it as 10A squared E is equal to 4,640. And we know that E is 29, so I'm going to go ahead and say that 10 is. I'm going to cancel out the 10s here so the zeros go away. 29a squared is equal to 464. A squared is 16. Now it's asking for what is the electric flux in the false mirror of the electric field of the larger square. So since this guy is the larger square here, all you gotta do is find EA2. So phi of L is equal to, yeah, so this is equal to 9EA squared. And what is 9 times 29 times 16? This is equal to 4,176. So for question 27, 4,176 is the correct answer. Uh, I'm pretty sure like the SAT math is not going to give you all like this kind of like, wordy, physics heavy like question. But if you do encounter a question like this when you're taking the SAT, please leave a comment. And if you need additional explanations for solving question 27, please feel free to leave a comment. I am totally fine explaining this question again. I know this question is daunting, but anyways, like, yeah, we've made it through. Once again, thank you very much for watching and have a great day. It should be S squared